In big security, to save America, we need another 9/11. That's what one columnist is advocating as a way to unite America. Nearly 6 years after the heinous terror attacks, he says, we have forgotten our enemy. He says the Iraq war has divided the U.S. The Republicans and Democrats are on the attack over the war. We pulled together after 9/11, but he justifies his controversial statement by saying the United Front just didn't last. And now, bloggers are outraged. Some say the journalist should be fired from his job for suggesting we, quote, need another attack. So is this just a means to shock or offend, or does this columnist actually have a valid point? Well, he's here now live to explain. Philadelphia Daily News columnist Stu Bykofsky. So, Stu, let's just say it again. What do you say America needs at this point?
Well, my thesis here is that we're terribly divided. There's disunity in this country, and as a divided country, we're weak. When I look back over what has pulled the country together over the past few years, 9/11 united the country, and it remained united, and we were all on the same team for at least a year or two.
Stu, but do you mean to say that we are going to be attacked again, we will be united again, that's a sort of inevitability to that, or that in order to achieve this unity, we actually need to suffer?
John, I didn't actually call for an attack on the United States. I can see where people read it that way, but I didn't actually say it. However, another attack on the United States is inevitable. I believe that, don't you?
Yes, I do, actually, and I think it's going to take a lot of dead people to wake America up. I think the deal, Stu, is the word need. I mean, if you say, well, it's going to happen and Americans are going to die because we've let down our guard, one thing, but when you say we need an attack, it especially has riled relatives of the dead.
John, I can understand them being upset. Are you reading from the headline or from the text of my column, which I don't have in front of me?
Well, that's a good point. Did you use the word need in the text, or was it only the headline?
It's the headline.
So you don't endorse the word need?
No, I don't. There was a slight difference. Other people write headlines, and it's not exactly what I was trying to say.
All right. So,
but if you look at the context, what you're trying
to say is that somehow we've let down our guard. We're fighting each other instead of the terrorists, and that if we don't get it together, people are going to die.
That's absolutely correct. We're fighting like a group of rabid dogs, and our attention should be turned elsewhere. And I also say that the primary reason for that, in my opinion, is the war in Iraq, which has been conducted so horribly by the administration.
Stu.
Not by our troops.
Yeah, okay. I don't want to get you in further trouble, Stu. What has been the reaction? Did the newspaper switchboard light up?
No, we don't have a switchboard, John. Yesterday, when it appeared, the reaction was moderate, because I think people in Philadelphia who have been reading me for a long time maybe know what to expect. Then it got posted somewhere outside of Philadelphia, and this morning when I came in, there were well over 1,000 emails, and more kept coming in during the day.
A bunch want you fired, right?
Pardon?
A bunch of those emails want you fired, right?
A number of people told me that they were calling my editor and they were going to suggest that he fire me. Yes, I don't think that's going to happen.
You standing by the column?
Oh, absolutely.
Stu Bykofsky, down in Philadelphia. Stu, thanks a lot. Jim in Madison, Wisconsin. Are you angry at this columnist for saying, well, let me quote him correctly, that another 9/11 would help America?
You know, John, I love your show. First, I want to say you are one of my great idols. I listen to you every day.
You do?
Yes, I absolutely love your show, John. I've said this for so long right now because I'm so frustrated with everybody. Just all everybody cares about in this country is their own personal interests, and that's all they really want the government to go for. And everybody they want the money, and and the time and energy spent on their own personal interest, and everybody's always thinking about me. And the last time I ever remember in my entire life, this entire country actually stood up and held hands, and everybody cared about each other and said, you know what, forget my interests. I don't care what, I have to do to help myself now. Go government and take care of this country as a whole was September 12th. And September 11th, and ever since then we've gotten so far away, and after that, and we've forgotten that feeling of that day after, and it has, it's dwindled away from everybody, and we have gotten to the point where we're back into all caring about putting that money and effort into what is going to help me personally, and what's going to,
Jim, you live in Madison, Wisconsin?
One of the most liberal towns in this country.
Do you hide under a rock and make sure your neighbors don't hear you speak?
Trust me, honestly, God, I'm in the closet right now.
I throw bongs at them.
I bet they do. Jim, thanks. Appreciate it. Oh, God, we found the one guy in Madison who's sensible.
Do you remember what the media was like shortly after 9/11?
Oh, Jon Stewart sobbing?
From my apartment.
Sobbing.
Was the World Trade Center.
Oh, God, John. Just tell me it's not true.
And now it's gone.
It's gone.
And they attacked it.
They attacked it.
This symbol.
The symbol.
Of American ingenuity.
And
strength. And
determination.
And labor and imagination and commerce. Yeah. And it is gone.
Gone.
But you know what the view is now?
What is it, John?
What is it, John?
The Statue of Liberty.
Oh! That's great. I'm
the view
touched.
from the south of Manhattan is now the Statue of Liberty.
I'm touched.
Let me bash Bush for the next 6 years.
You can't beat that.
No, you can't beat that. Well,
phony.
Actually, you could. If you wait a little while, you'll say, just as Steve Martin used to say, should I fight the terrorists? Should I listen to their phone calls? Should I follow them everywhere on the planet to keep America safe? Nah! Let's kick the hell out of Bush. We need another 9/11.